Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to Cultist Simulator, where we've been in worse straits. We have some difficulties here. Do need to get some contentment to deal with that little bit of despair. Our marks are not where they belong. And we have knowledge that is sealed behind a language we can't speak, which is quite frustrating for me right now, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll figure it out. The thing is, where I think I need to go to get the language is through the spider door. But in order to go through that, I also need, well, more prisoners, because I don't want to lose all my marks. Just one mark was bad enough. And contentment's been acquired, so that is dealt with at the very least. We also did acquire some more useful instruments and a little bit more power here, which I could exploit right now. It only requires 4. Ooh. It only requires 4. What do you say? A subtle rupture was required. Wonder how true that is. Let's find out. Oh, and what did you find? A shifty woman? Lovely. I do have to talk with them, but that can wait a few seconds. Actually, let's wait for that to go before we progress. Yeah, explore this in the meantime. The river, wrote the sage Mech in the Book of the Centipede, runs through the sands out of myth and into legend. This is the place the centipede was born, they say. The sands of which Mech wrote hide perilous curiosities, and I'm curious. Curious enough. Wait for this to finish, though. Minions returned, the evidence has been destroyed. I'm a little safer. Good. Very good. You can stay down there for now, I suppose. The rising heat will disappear in due time. You belong here-ish. Sorry, trying to organize on the fly and not doing a great job of it. But anyway, the right of the map's edge. Now, get back there. I have components. A subtle rupture. And formulae voluptuous. And let's throw in this. Summon one of the name emanations of the Red Grail. Azim may enter only where the Grail's power is strong, and it will choose to enter only when invoked with the Forge, with which it has flirted so often. I'm curious what power it might have. Perhaps not the best reason to be summoning a godlike creature, but, well, let's see how godlike it is. You know, just get an idea. Oh, there's my shifty woman, thank you. I do have to talk with you. Unfortunately, it's about this cupboard I have. You see, you belong in it. Thank you. And then when the dream is done, we'll, well, have to feed on someone. Now, this true and accurate history of the Shadowless Kings. After the fall of Rome, the Shadowless Empire takes Byzantium under its wing and moves east against the land of the Great River. Isaac begins to recount the invasion struggling against the unskinned armies of the Hooded Serpent, but ends abruptly with a series of incantations that he claims allowed the Shadowless Empire to persist. An unresolved ambiguity? Fair. The formulae vigilant. One who watches does not sleep. One who sleeps watches not. One who watches does not sleep. One who sleeps watches not. For precognitive use. I can think of better uses, but, well, that's the formula it gave. And you are in Latin, yes. That is Latin. Yes, perfect. Dead as diamonds, okay. Remind me, the Sunset Passages, a holy text of the Church of the Unconquered Sun, which in many histories was driven underground in Latin. And, our follower betrayed. Very unfortunate. We really need to deal with all this. So, Clovette, if you would, please start handling that. Oh, sorry. on the subject of Saint Hydra. Thank you. Well, hopefully this will deal with itself. Another Forgotten Chronicle. I'll keep taking that. As far as I can tell, it's the most useful thing I can get from there, apart from some summoning things, but, well. Right now I don't really need any summoning materials. I've got plenty. The spider door and you. Yes. Not the kindest thing we've ever done, but I've not been accused of being kind very often. There we are. I think the term was sociopathically pragmatic. Oh, an unusual vessel. I found an unexplained reference to Hebe, Heb, in my research, and my attention is diverted. What is Hebe? Heb. Unclear. A woman, a place, a name of an hour. Curious. Oh. So many rich aromas, like a feast upon the air, but first and mostly blood. Well, I'll take that back, thank you. Azim the Second Thirstly. Change me, change me, change me harder. Now, my turn. Ooh. Oh my. Tell me more about yourself. A Phrygian speaker! Oh. I already have that. Not the most useful thing right now. Bunch of Edge, Devourer, and Grail. Well, it does reveal an important thing, though. Oh. Ooh, I have an idea. So Azim here can teach us a language, Phrygian, unfortunately, and we have that language already, so it's not really relevant. But, if we could summon other creatures, oh dear, I believe it has to be something of lantern aspect, perhaps, that has the knowledge of some of the languages we need. Okay, that'll be a problem. Not insurmountable, but a problem nonetheless. To start us off, let's increase our knowledge. We'll go from there. I suppose I could use Azim here to deal with the wary detective, but, well. Do I explore what I can summon, or do I just continue working? I continue working, because our fun situation is a little lower than I would like. So, yes. We do what we must. It's probably going to get some suspicion. Hopefully it takes one of the longer, or the more enduring bits of notoriety. Or maybe he takes the one with the shortest. That works too. Or with the relatively longest time to... No, shortest time to expire. Had it right the first time. Ah, a forbidden epic. Well... It's not the most useful thing to gain, so let's see what else. The Chamber of Ways, perhaps. Oh. There's a door that should not open, even now its hinges are roused. A 15th order influence. Oh my. That would be so very useful. Oh. No, tell me. Last night I came to the Concorsum, the crossroads of the Mansus, which has been called the Chamber of Ways. From here the hours may pass to any place in the Mansus. Here the Horned Axe spoke to me in her voice that is older than any living thing, and she said, "There's a door that will open for a little while. This is its time, and here's another division." Not exactly what I needed, but then the other thing wasn't either, so... Perhaps not the worst turn of events. Perhaps. Curious, though. Curious. I mean, what else is there to do but continue through the stag door? We'll get there eventually. Oh. Hebe is a ship. In fact, many ships have borne that name over the centuries. All of them have provided transport and accommodation to those who know something of the invisible world, and none of them show up in any shipping records. But I've learned that the steamer Hebe Stanton is docking soon in a grimy and unregarded port in a northern island. I could send someone to purloin unwatched occult luggage, and I could use such things. A battered but surprisingly plush steamer, much used by actors fleeing scandal, by shy millionaires, by occult scholars who feel safer with moving water under them. And just once, by the Legea Club, who chartered the whole ship for the use of 7 cabins. Curious. Unfortunately my summons have disappeared, but I have one especially powerful individual who... I can't spend that much. Yes, I can, actually. Who should be able to deal with anything on board. It's rare for passenger vessels to visit the Grim Island where the Hebe Stanton is docking. We can charter a fishing boat and trust the sea behaves. The real work of passing guards and doors will begin if we get on board. No worries there. No worries there indeed. Oh my. Sorry. I forget that I need to remind them of what their job is. I'll be taking that, thank you. Keep me alive for a few more days. Ideally many more, but, well, here we are. Oh, don't worry, I have a follower to feed on. And once this is done, I'll send out probably Rhaenyra again. She had better luck than... Well, here we are. More tentative evidence for me to deal with. Now, what exactly do you need? Forge? They're dead no matter what. And yet more forge, or do you have heart in you? No, Grail. Ah, boy. You test me greatly. I'll send the Lady Law as well. Well, I don't want to do that. But I might have to do that. And I see now that I do need to get my glimmerings in order to study properly. That is unfortunate. Study passion then for a time. See if I can get some glimmerings out of that, and then we'll do some studying and see how that all works out. The safest choice. Yeah, we are accumulating a lot of resources. Perhaps it'd be in my best interest to... I'm not sure. I am not sure what I should do. I think I'm going to explore all these. Maybe get some more things from the unnumbered stones, perhaps? Yeah, send Laylaw. Better to be certain. Oh, sorry. Distracted. Distracted by many things I'm thinking of. Still, we should be able to get through here, and it does sound like someplace useful. Oh. A peculiar rumor. Well, not something I can deal with right now anyway. Rhaenyra. Yes, if you would. There's work to be done. Clovette, where did you go? There you are. This peculiar rumor, I can probably leave it be. Probably. As for the subtle rupture, I might have use for that. It allows us to summon something. Perhaps we finally have enough forge. We do. Summon one of the name emanations of the Forge of Days. King Crucible will come only when the room glows with the aspect called Forge. He also requires a lantern for the light of the glory that he claims to know. Perhaps a language, perhaps. Yes, he should last long enough. Not worried about that. Okay, we have some possibilities here. Fast forward just a bit. Passion, a glimmering. Perfect. Exactly what I needed. So, let's study the Lionsmith's names and see what this creates. A trembling heat. I have uses for a Callagine. We'll take that for now, although I don't especially need this aspect. Still, it will serve. It will serve, as all things must. How are you doing? Ah. You will need one more fund in the future, so... there we are. He can hide in a candle flame if he must, but here he is, in all his bonfire pomp. After I speak with him, the skin on my face and hands will be pink as if from too much sun. King Crucible. And I see you have a language to teach me, perhaps. In the desert I wait, in the ruins I burn. Metal is water, stone is wax, flesh is smoke. Enter me and be no longer. But what could you teach me? Deep Mandaic. Oh, this will be so useful. When we have time to talk, and we will. Just not just yet. We're gonna have a momentary panic over here due to funding, but should be fine, should be fine. Very good. Ah, wonderful. And one fund, so I don't even need to worry. This hapless prisoner can stay there. We'll collect everything else. All is well. Now, the matter of King Crucible. How do I try to learn from you? Do I just offer you Spintry? Maybe? I don't... I am unclear how this will work. It's been quite some time. How do I get you to tutor me? Teach you Deep Mandaic if you know a related tongue. Do I? Phrygian? No. Aramaic? Wonderful. The matter of learning Deep Mandaic. Together we will commemorate the tongue of the unburnt god. You study with King Crucible to learn Deep Mandaic. Ah. Well, shit. Yeah, the Ascent of Knives gets me some edge aspect, not particularly useful. Still, if we're going to be talking, might as well talk in Aramaic. Irritating but not surprising. Work will continue, as it must. Actually, this could create problems, but, well. I'm sure these two will do fine and all will be well, hopefully. Hopefully. Yes, thank you. We'll be studying with you soon. Very soon. Ideally. Oh boy, where are my funds? There they are. Sorry, whenever it's empty, it just unsettles me. It's worth the slight inefficiencies there. Sylvia, if you could do me a favor and get me more funding, perhaps, that would be lovely. Continue our path through the stag door as we don't need to, but will. Make everything simpler. The affliction to deal with that will be dealt with in time. Oh dear, oh dear. I don't have a particular need for edge-aspected creatures, so continue our work at the Institute. Do need to deal with this evidence, but well, now is not really the time. We have too many other concerns all at once. Very upsetting. And this will fail, unfortunately. Unless there's erudition to be found here. Nope. Could have had a forbidden epic. Pity. You are going to stay down there for a little bit. Just a little bit. The affliction. We need medicines to deal with it. Oh, did it succeed? Ah. Perfect. The alignments of murder. These are the arts that ensure an ending. Very well. Oh, and that damaged reason will serve us. Study with King Crucible. Yes. Background. Ah. My Aramaic will serve as a foundation. I'll learn everything I can. Good, 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 good. We're gonna have some problems in a moment, but they will be dealt with. As all things must. You know, as I recall, go through the white door. Although that might be a bad idea itself. I can't because I need to start dreaming. Well, we'll deal with the evidence when that comes up, and we'll go from there. And all will probably be well. A jumble of things. 2 funds, though. I'll take it. And now I have sudden need of... Well, no, of Rhaenyra. She should be able to just get me a person. And this evidence, no matter what, shouldn't get me any losses, hopefully. Yes, I was kind of afraid of that. But maybe he will fail. One can hope. In the meantime, there are few passengers on board. No wonder if this cheerless, icy island was the ship's destination. But there's at least one passenger, someone who had protected their cabin door with more than physical locks. They must have got ashore. They might return at any moment. We empty the baggage, upend the books. To shake them, turn pictures to check the backs. We find clothes, tickets, maps, nothing out of the ordinary, although there is a curious translucent material like a sheet of snakeskin draped over a chair back. At last, when we slash the mattress to search its stuffings, we find a little collection of ivory scroll cases. One of the Serpent Lords, perhaps. Curious. That'll create its own set of problems, but right now, very good. The Incandescent Tantra, rather. Written in Sanskrit. Michael Blockley, the eccentric iron magnate, was fond of quoting from this Tantra. Blockley died in a factory fire. Did he now? The Leonine Tantra. In the most notorious translation of the Leonine Tantra, Ashley Phillips is listed as the translator, but their existence is explicitly denied in the prologue. This confusion is characteristic of books which mention the great hooded princes. The Fire Circle Tantra, rather. The one known extant copy of this in Western Europe was stolen from the British Library in 1892, when Harvey Haffington confessed to the crime and claimed to have eaten it with butter and garlic in a moment of ungovernable whimsy. And this, the Ceaseless Tantra. The avant-garde choreographer Nicholas Carroll supposedly incorporated this Tantra into his menacing ballets. Curious, that. Let's explore one of these Forgotten Chronicles. Probably just gonna... It definitely will get me just another of the unnumbered stones, but... It might not matter either way. In one history, this was the tongue of the This was the tongue the shadowless kings spoke. In another, it was the basis of the incantations of the children of the leashed flame. The most secret script of the innermost rites of the deep sects of the deep desert. The birth tongue, it is claimed, of the Mother of Ants herself. And now, King Crucible has served his purpose. At least to us. And the time of division. Translated. Now. Great works are to be done. Great works. And if this solves itself... Oh dear, no. Yes, you no longer have business to deal with. Do you have any... No. It's a problem. Several problems. Oh boy. So... Sylvia. You're moth aspected. Best option I have at the moment. Although perhaps I should just kill the damnable creature. Well... Try, at least. You have 60 seconds. The dream will still be there, no matter what. Our work, though. Where did it disappear to? Ugh. Well... If it's disappeared... moth. No. We want knock in there, for the obvious reasons. But I need moth aspect. And I don't think I have anything that will give me that. Gets me edge, doesn't get me what I need, though. Suppose I could use something else, but... Do I have anything mothy here? I do not believe I do. Well, she might only moth a disciple. She might very well have been. She is not. Therefore, right at the Mother's mercy. Elizabeth, provide me with some assistance. An offering of Byzantine tinct, perhaps? No. Or yes. The raw profits. Not the best choice, but it's a choice I'm going to make. Something to be used if things do not go according to plan. Yes, the unnumbered stones once more. Which, let's explore them. I have no reason not to at the moment. Oh. Curious about that, but not something I'm dealing with right now. We shall send Azim and King Crucible. I doubt that there's much they can't handle on their own, but we shall see. And in the meantime, through the stag door we go. And you've translated. Yes, perfect. The time of division. Yes. Study it. The sun will be divided that it might not sire children. Still its children shall be 4 in number, and its children shall be 7 in number, and its children shall also be numberless. The numberless shall open the way for the 7, and the 7 shall consume the 4. Curious. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very curious. I suspect that you are the 7, you are the numberless. And the 4 were the dead ones we found so very long ago, back in the wood. Just a suspicion, but... oh. When this work is done, we'll have other work to do. Other very important work. Let's see, lantern or knock? Unfortunate that. Well, we should have... we have some lantern. Those watchers are dead no matter what. It's irrelevant what they try. Okay. I have some options. And the evidence has been destroyed. Perfect. One less thing for us to worry about. You know... let me check something. I don't believe I know what exactly you do. So let's find out. Ah, you are the same as Clovette. Ah, my apologies, my apologies. I do know exactly what you do, but what you do is useful to me, so... it's winter I'm unclear on, yes, yes. Or knock, actually. But... well... not gonna worry about knock right now. I don't really have anyone... well, I have this dexterous disciple, but that's it. I can afford to let this one go. Oh no, sorry. Wrong aspect. There we are. And how are things progressing? Very good. You do need one more fund, though, to deal with everything, so there you are. Oh, perhaps you need 2 more funds. Well, irrelevant for now. I would like a Caligula. Read the time of division. Amira prophesies 4 great wars before the second dawn, when the sun in splendor shall rise again. She cautions, sunrise is blood, and I foretell now that the sun shall rise from blood, yet not the color of the blood, nor the hour of night. She includes a rite that she speculates will be necessary for the second dawn. This rite recapitulates the sun's abominable fate. It is used in extreme times by foolish adepts. And illuminate mysteries. The men escape the Madrigad, the flower maker, and the Forge of Days are the gods from light. There's a 5th, but now we know it is not the Watchman. Yet the Watchman shares a secret doctrine with those 5, and here is that doctrine. Oh. Using a rite with a subtle rupture and a paradoxical curio, and someone will come. Oh. I mean, part of me wants to use this and ascend, but another part of me is asking, what exactly might that someone be? Curiosities, many curiosities. Regardless, we need to repair that cracked watchman's glass, and... well, then we have to figure out how to get another 9, I believe? 26, I would need 10 more. 10 more light. A lantern, rather. Curious, curious, curious. Study the sunset passages. The church revered the sun in splendor before it was divided, but even while it was still whole, its later selves were recognized as its names. The Madrigad, of course, presided over death and the passage into the house. This is a miscellany of the funerary prayers, ceremonies, and hymns of the Church of the Unconquered Sun, which was ascendant in the 3rd and 4th histories. How many histories have there been? 4, perhaps? It schismed during the intercalate when the sun was divided and has not survived as a significant force. Curious, curious, curious. Well, we have resources, and possibly a way out. Although, the right intercalate. I am curious. Very curious about you. Let's take a look before we call it done. It would consume a lot, but in consuming so much, it might perhaps. Oh. It would almost certainly get me what we need. Let's hold on to that for now. Something to keep in mind. An option, as it were. But for now, thank you for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly. And I will see you all soon. Possibly very soon.